Okay. Wait a minute. And the fact, hold on. And the fact that all four of us is on here at the same time, that's what getting me. I'm like,
wow.
Ain't that something?
I'm working. I'm 8:39 and I'm still working.
Yeah,
but
she ain't in the bed.
Me too. That's all right. What y'all talking about?
Talking about distrust. Can you forgive somebody after they wronged you? Can you trust them again?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Look at Tisha. Like, I don't know.
This is a work in progress though, like, because I got some people and God ain't through with me yet.
That's right.
And if I, you know,
it's easier for me to forgive, but to trust again, that's a little hard for me.
I've graduated to the point that I don't smack you when I see you. So it's like it's a work in progress. But eventually I'm gonna be able to be cordial and be in the same room and stuff like that. But like you just crossed me. Once you cross me, that it's hard. It's very hard, but when I do, it's very freeing. So when they say that forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you, that is so true.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I can forgive, but I think what I do is I don't put myself in a position to get hurt again. Like, I'm not going to give you that opportunity, you know, because it's, you know, depending on what it is, it's really difficult to be vulnerable again.
Can I have a soda, please?
Okay, you have to wait, sweetheart.
Tomorrow? No. After the day tomorrow? Stop. Go. I'm online. Go upstairs.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's a little hard for me.
Doing the most. Get off of this. I want to get off of this. I want to get off of it. I know you better not have no junk. Lord.
What you say? Pray for you. We gonna pray for you.
Listen, I forgot I'm on record. They running around trying to get junk. I don't think so. It's like almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So basically, we was just talking about how it plays a role also in self-esteem, how you make your decisions.
It does.
How you make your decisions. I mean, if you're a forgiving person, I mean, that, you know, you're just a forgiving person. I know that me personally, like, I always try to make sure that I go back and say sorry, even if I know I'm not wrong. Even if I'm wrong, I know I'm gonna say sorry. But even if I know I'm not wrong, I'm still gonna say sorry. And I don't know where it stems from, but that's just who I am as an individual. Because I don't like, my grandmother always taught me, never let the sun go down on your wrath. So, meaning like, don't go to bed angry, don't go to bed having issues with another person. But what I realize is that everybody they're not looking for repair. You understand what I'm saying? They're not looking for closure. I was looking for closure. So I'm trying to, listen, I just want to say sorry, you know, so that, you know, I don't go to bed with this on my chest, this heavy weight on me. But I had to realize that too, like Janelle said, like, everybody not looking for that. They don't want that. And you can't give everybody that. All you can do is make your peace within yourself and go from there, because everybody don't want peace. Some people just don't want peace. You know, some people have already made it up in their mind about you that this is, oh, whatever. You know, I don't have time for X, Y, and Z. And I remember, like, I was trying to repair a relationship with one of my closest friends. And it took her like 7 years to actually call me, but it was based off of her needing me to take care of one of her kids. So I was like, wow, I was like, yo, I haven't spoke to you, but I still, even in the situation, I was like, you know, we haven't talked about, you apologize if I said anything to harm you. And she was like, yeah, well, I apologize too, yada, yada. And then the relationship still was like, it was so awkward. It was like, it was not really authentic. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, some people just say it because you saying it. And they really don't mean it, just to cross that bridge because they want you to do something for them or whatever have you. Some people don't mean it. when they everybody who apologizes does not mean it. They're just doing that to get back in your good graces because maybe it's something they need from you, or they want you to do something for them.
Yeah, well, it was just so, it just didn't feel authentic, and I was just like, you know what? Like, man, this is not it. So, you know, but I realized, like I said, I'm okay with not having a whole lot of friends. That's how I look at it. You know, I used to be like, I need some friends. I need to be, no, I'm all right with not having a lot of friends. But at some point in my life, because at a point in my life, I didn't want to have any. And I had to realize that I could trust people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I looked at it like I can't trust nobody. I can't trust you, dude, the man. I can't trust you. You a woman. I can't trust you either. And that's how I looked at it. But I got to a place where I was like, you know what? I can trust you until you give me a not trust you. I can trust you, and I take people at their loyalty for whatever it is. If you say you loyal, if you something, you say this, you say that, I take it for what it is until you show me that that's not what it is. So, you know, but it's hard, like you said, it's hard. You know, when you come from that mentality, a certain type of mentality and a certain condition that you gotta repair it. And that's, like I said, I was taught that you cannot go to bed with you just can't go to bed with these issues on your heart. And I wouldn't go to bed. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't wrong. And I would try to repair it. And some people were like, I don't got nothing. I won't be talking to you for the next 6 months. So, and I would be like, oh, wow. Like, okay, 6 months, like how? And I would think to myself, like, how can people hold on to so much of that? Why, like, how do you have a time frame and how do you hold on to that like that? How do you do it?
Do you think that could come from misery? You know, misery needs company, you know? Do you think that could be part of it?
I don't know. I'm thinking now, like, it could be a possibility. It could be a part of it. You know, like if you're miserable, yes, you would want to make somebody else miserable because you're not happy. The reason why you're not happy is not because you're not happy with other people. You're not happy with yourself.
Right.
That's which goes into the low self-esteem. Yeah. So it's not that you're not happy with other people, because life is going to happen. People are going to do what people are going to do. But with you not being happy within yourself, which is what causes you to be unhappy with others. So I don't know, but I think it's hard to, like we were just saying, like it's hard to trust someone who has caused you to feel like they can't be trusted. But in the same sense, it's like, okay, my trust, I'm not trusting you, I'm trusting what God can do in this relationship. So if I trust that, that's different. And whether or not it stays or removes, I have to trust that process. Because I think that we put too much trust in people and not really understanding that people are who they are. They're never going to change who they are. God changes people. We don't change them. So they have to be put in this category. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna trust that God is going to do what he says he's going to do in this relationship. And if it does not work out, then I'm going to take the step that he's asking me to take. Because that's where that is like, oh, I trust you. I trust that you're going to do everything that you say you're going to do. Why? So why do we put our trust in things that basically are not permanent?
Let the fill a void. A lot of times we have a void that we're trying to fill, so we just hang on to stuff, whether it be people or materialistic things or whatever. A lot of times it's to fulfill a void.
True.
That's why we hang on. So we got a little hole in our soul going on, something that happened to us like way back that we never addressed, never looked at it, never worked through it. Yeah. So we just try to fill stuff up with, running around from place to place, partying or whatever have you, hanging out with this crowd, doing this, buying a bunch of stuff to fill up the house, to kind of fill that void, but it never gets full.
Yeah. Always empty.
Yeah.
And I remember that time that we talked about validation. How we all in some way, shape, or form need to be validated.
Yeah.
How does that validation, when is it dangerous? When does validation become dangerous?
When you start asking for it.
Or at any cost. Like you got validated at any cost.
Yep.
Is that narcissistic? Oh no, it's not. Because narcissistic people need control, right?
Right.
Okay.
I don't know what to call that, but I've come across a few people that like their point got to be validated no matter what. They got to be validated, and they will argue you down. They will pull people in to try to get their side of the story. Like you got to be on their side because they need that validation, and it's hard for them to hear any opposing views or flat out you was wrong.
Yeah, that's horrible. I done ran it up against some people like that too. So I don't know what to call that. Somebody who's always got to be right. I don't know what that is.
That always got to be right. Ain't that narcissistic?
Is that narcissistic? Is that what you call it?
A person that always got to be right and they are unable to see other points of views is almost kind of narcissistic. Because
I stand it. I gave up. I stopped arguing years ago. If somebody tell me that the world is flat, okay, God bless you.
I know that's right.
Person in life, I'm done. If that's what you want to believe and you want to fight about it, good luck with it.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Right.
I will say one of the keys that I learned to deal with a narcissist is to record them.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Record them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I record what you said, you'll
yeah.
Know
as soon as you hit me with that, oh, I ain't say that. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Here you go.
Boom. Here it is.
Listen to yourself. Okay.
I'll write it down word for word. I'll put it on the mirror. What? I'm sorry, what was that? It's on the mirror. This
they probably will turn around and say, that ain't me.
That ain't me. That wasn't me. I was talking about. Somebody else said that.
There's somebody else. You take somebody else who try to play me.
You must be listening to people in your head.
Right.
Where them people at?
Yep.
When I start listening to them people, I ain't never listened to them before. When I start listening to them now.
That's funny.
Yes. And that's crazy. So does a narcissist operate on low self-esteem?
They do.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
They create a facade because they don't like who they are.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because they don't present in that way.
Huh?
They don't present in that way.
No, they don't. No.
They are so
they all that
of themselves that the world is on their shoulders. They they got everything. So King Kong ain't got nothing on them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, because they sure have a strange way of hiding it, which is crazy. Because I thought narcissist was like everything, all that in a bag of chips. No.
They don't like themselves, not at all. That's just it. And then can you imagine putting up all that energy that they use to have you believe that they think they're all that and they can do all this different stuff? Can you imagine being like that and then going home and looking in the mirror every night at this person that you don't know no more because you so busy putting on a facade for everybody else? You looking at a stranger in the mirror every night.
Wow.
You begin to forget who you are actually, because you pretending to be somebody else all day long.
Well, I guess all of the superstars are narcissists then.
A lot of them probably are.
Because they gotta put on a show every single day and they gotta pretend to be somebody else. But are those
but see, that's different. That's a job.
That's a job.
They read off a piece of paper. That's a job. That's not them. I mean, they're pretending to be a character that was made up for them. They're not choosing to do that. You know what I mean? They're not choosing to do it for themselves like their real life. That's fake. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was real. Because sometimes in real life these people really act like this.
Yeah.
The way they act like in the movies.
It's, you know what? I'm glad somebody said that. Somebody, I can't remember who it was that said that when these actors, the roles that they take on, that their real personalities are not far from it.
Wow. I don't know. I would from having done some acting roles, and I've had some that were so challenging that I was nothing like it, and I struggled because, like, I played a lesbian. I struggled with that because I was nothing like it, and I had to be butch in one scene, and I was like, what? But it was hard. I had to play like this Caribbean drunk in this play. That was hard because I couldn't, and like voodoo, like she was in the voodoo and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, I could not get with that because that goes so against my Christian beliefs that was so hard. So I don't know.
So how did you deal with that? How did you deal with that? Being as though that does go against your beliefs, and you had to turn around and try to play somebody that is into something dealing with like voodooism and stuff like that.
You really got to I had to step outside of myself. If that makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
I couldn't be me at all. You step outside of yourself, and then when it's over, you reel it back in. I would have to pray, put some holy oil on, and be like, okay, Lord, I was playing. Like, that was all an act. I do not mean any of that.
And I heard an actor say that, and that's funny because it's what's his name? Is it Mike? What's the guy name that played in Black Panther, the villain?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. He said that one time in an interview. He said that he completely, when he practices his character, he comes out of who he is that entire time while he's taping that film. And he said it takes him a long time to get back to remember who he actually is as a person. He said that is no joke.
And I had one role, this play called Crowns, and that was basically about church ladies and things like that. So I played somebody that was very similar to my personality, kind of soft-spoken and sweet, and that was so enjoyable because that was a lot of me coming out in that role. So it can be challenging.
It's gotta be that you stepping out of who you are to play somebody else that's completely different from you. That would be scary to me.
Yeah, it takes growth because when I first started acting, I was probably I was in my 20s and I was shy and reserved, like really quiet. So it took a lot for me to come out of my shell and play this character and to realize that it's just a character. But then, roles in my 40s was a breeze because I got so many life experiences that I can pull from. if I needed to be a gangster, I could be a gangster because I done, you know, experienced some of the stuff. But in my 20s, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any experience that you okay, so was there any experience that you basically said, no, I'm not doing that?
So when I had to play the lesbian, it was very defined because I wasn't doing the stuff that, you know, like you see on TV now. Like, I didn't want to do that because that went against, I mean, that just wasn't who I was, and I couldn't get comfortable to do anything like that. So I had to, you know, it was very defined, and it was all about illusions. So I had an acting coach. They did have like this girl, she was a lesbian that was on the set. And I was asking her 50 million questions every day, all day. And she was like, okay, well, try this, do it like this, so you have this illusion. And so she was really coaching me to get through the scenes that I needed to get through. And like, I want to say half of the movie, I was able to play, like, I was able to play normal, but then leading up to it, I had to switch over.
Which makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I think it would be hard. Go ahead, Dina, you want to say something?
No, I wanted to say something. When she was saying the part was hard for her, but then you'll see when Queen Latifah had her role, she was really great at what she was doing because that's what, you know, that's her part, that's her life, you know. So I can understand what she's saying, like, you know, it was hard for her to actually step into that role and be herself because that's not you. Yeah. And well, that's how a lot of people we meet, you know, like even guys we meet like for the first time, they're bringing their best representative. That ain't who they really are.
True.
You know? So
Yeah, even with that, it's still difficult because even though she might have relationships with women, she didn't have a relationship with that woman. And that woman, that wasn't her lifestyle. And I know that I've never acted in a movie. I've only done a couple of plays, but from what I've read from some of the actors, the hardest thing for them to do is kissing roles. Because they have to, like, sometimes like their husband is on the set watching them. You know, it's not like the love scene that it looks like. There's like 30 people watching them. And they have to act like, you know, you have to put yourself in a mindset that doesn't really exist and kiss somebody. And sometimes they don't even like these people. You know, they're not attracted to them. They don't know them. You don't necessarily want to be intimate with somebody like that. And they said that's like one of the hardest things, those romantic scenes and those, you know, kissing and, you know, sex scenes. It's really, really difficult for them to do.
Yeah, like their breath can stink. Like it'd be so much.
That's true though.
Like you don't want some grungy looking guy touching your body.
Yeah.
And you just be like, can you get a peppermint? Can you just get a peppermint?
Yo.
There's been a lot of things they've had to do. Like sometimes the producers will remind them of something that's hurtful to them to make them angry. I know they used to say that in All My Children and those shows, because they act every single day for like 20, 30 years. And they were on the set and they were, you know, they were evil. They was all backstabbing each other and all this crazy stuff. But sometimes they had to get really emotional. They had to cry and they would be reminded of something that might have happened in their life to anger them, to bring it out, you know, for the camera, you know. And so, and also like what I love watching is when somebody's depicting somebody else's life. I think Jamie Foxx did a phenomenal job with Ray.
Yes.
Phenomenal. And, you know, I mean, Ray Charles was still alive during the making of the movie, and he got a lot of information directly from him. But his mannerisms and everything, he had to spend time with him, months with him, to learn, you know, about him and his mannerisms and different things like that. And then he emulated him in that movie. And even when Halle Berry played Dorothy Dandridge. I thought that was one of the best performances ever. Now, of course, she wasn't alive, but she looked exactly like her. She even fit her dresses. She wore her dresses, and but they didn't even want to give her the role. They were looking at Janet Jackson. They were looking at other people. And so Hallie had to spend her money, and she bought the rights to the movie so that she could star in it. She was so passionate that she should do it. And she did a phenomenal job with that.
Right.
So it's like there's a level. And of course, Denzel, we could talk about like so many, like he doesn't really do those people's life, but he brings out a character in a way you will never forget that character. So there's something to, you know, those A artists, those A actors. You know, Monique, when she was in Precious, that was like a character you hated her guts. You wanted to rip her eyes out, but she did that thing with that movie. So there's a lot more in depth with acting. You know, and like Janelle was saying, like it was very difficult for her. You know, look at Denzel. He played so many types of characters. You know, those characters are not his life.
Right.
You know, they have nothing to do with his life, you know, but he did it so well. And you could even see like over time how he matured in his craft. If you look at some of the earlier movies and then keep going to the later ones. And then, you know, he got to a level where he could be picky and decide the types of roles he wanted to play and who he wanted to work with. Because sometimes they decide, you know, like, oh God, what's her name? My daughter loves her. The one who played in Power.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Darn it.
I'll get it.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Taraji.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't do the movie unless I can't think of his name. The character that played her husband, she said she was only going to do it with him, and so they had to bring him, and they had no intention of hiring him. And they went all those seasons, and he was so grateful to her, you know, for getting the job for him. Because they worked so well together. They did a couple other movies together, and they were Hustle and Flow they did together, and she just felt like it had to be him. And so they got him. But she had to be at a certain level to demand that it had to be him. Or they wouldn't have, you know, and so there's certain roles, you know, Bodyguard, you know, they waited for Whitney. When they called her, she was on tour.
Said, yeah, she
was on tour for a year, and he delayed the making of the movie for a year because he wanted Whitney, you know. And I don't think she was by far not an A actress, but she was great for that particular movie. I could see why.
I think that was her. I think that was part of her personality. I think.
Yes, it was easy to play because she was already a singer. You know, the whole thing. It was kind of.
She was already nasty and mean and stuff.
Yeah, it was an easy role for her.
She had that temper in her.
Yes, absolutely. So, but yeah, so some people can easily act, you know, out of character, and some cannot. You know, and you know the types of movies that are the good movies, and some that are just, you know, Netflix movies, or, you know, whatever, you know. But even those, you know, they're acting, and even like, you know, some of Tyler Perry's movies. Oh my God, that last movie with that oh my God, the woman that married the guy. I can't think of the movie. I can't think of it, but oh my God, it was unbelievable. Falling from Grace.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oh my God.
That was good.
You know, so it's yeah, so it's interesting, you know, it's interesting about the characters, you know. But I guess a great movie is one that just really takes the viewer along the ride. Like you're in it, and your emotions, you're happy, you're sad, and I like suspense movies, so I want to, like, and I like, I guess, the girly movies too, but yeah, I'm really like suspense movies. Some of my favorite movies: Goodfellas, The Score, The Usual Suspect. But I also like Why Did I Get Married, and some of the other girly girls. I like some of Tyler Perry's movies, and I like movies, more so than television. So yeah, so it's an interesting thing. But there's definitely a lot of people who pretend to be people that they're not.
Yeah, and they do it well.
Absolutely.
And they're not even being paid for it.
Right.
And they do it well.
You said they pretend to be other people and they do it well, huh?
What'd you say, Latrice?
You said they pretend to be other people and they do it well and they not even getting paid.
They ain't even get paid for it. They just this every day. Okay. Every day. The thing about it is that's scary though. When you think about it, that's real scary. That you have somebody walking around pretending to be somebody else on purpose. Because they don't like who they are. So they decide they're going to disregard who they were created to be somebody else to get some attention.
But you know what? All of us have had to be actors. I used to, when I had the last job I had, I used to record myself before I was going inside. And I remember one day, I think it was a Friday. I think I used to go live on Facebook. And I remember this one day, I said, okay, I have to go in to my job and be an award-winning actress and act like I'm happy to be there.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I said, and I have to smile and say, good morning. Hello, darling. And I just started acting up. And I said, and then I used to do this whole little skit thing. So, like you do act different at work than you do when you're home, than you do when you're in public at a restaurant, than you do with certain family members. So we do change up.
I ain't changing for nobody. I'm gonna be Latrice. When I go to work, this is who I am, okay?
Well, I know I've had to be quiet because I'm loud and crazy.
You better listen. I gotta get another job. That's how it's gonna go. Because I can't go into a job talking to certain. I remember when I had my first interview when I went to the dental supply company. I went to a dental supply company, and the first thing that the guy had said, matter of fact, he was like, why should I hire you? Well, I'm talking like why you should hire me is because I well as good at certain things. And then he was like, well, he said something in lines of, can you get the job done? Because I ain't about no BS. I said, oh, you ain't about no BS, huh? I said, well,
he said that on the interview?
This was somebody that owned
Wow.
It was a big dental supply company. He was like, can you get the job done? Because I ain't about no BS.
Wow.
I was like, I looked at him and said, okay, well, I ain't about no BS either. So I get the job done. I got hired. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that the way he had said it, it was just like, yo, it kind of startled me. But when he said it, I was like, well, yeah, I ain't about no BS either. I'm gonna get the job done. You understand what I'm saying? And I showed him that yes, the job it always got done when I was there. So, but my thing is that I think that even going forward, they didn't realize my worth because of even how he had spoke to me in the beginning. So, and as I had the job for I worked for them for like almost 10 years. And when I wanted to leave to go to college, they were like, well, you can't go to college because you got to be here answering the phones. You got to make sure this is done. I said, no, I don't have to do that. I said, somebody else got to do that. I said, so, and they were like, well, you've been here all this time. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to go to college? I said, what? I said, okay, so they don't know, they didn't see my worth. So I had to see my worth. I said, listen, I'm just gonna put my 2 weeks in. You understand what I'm saying? Because I felt like y'all didn't see my worth, and you allowed, what they did allow was other people to do it, but they wasn't my color. So they felt like, okay, well, she here, she just gonna be here to do this. And again, they want to keep you, sometimes they want to keep you at a certain level so that you can't get any higher than what you are. And I'm like, no, this ain't who I am. Like, I'm good at what I do. Like, when you call me on the phone, I know exactly who you are. I can tell you who you are by name by never seeing you. That's how it was. But this ain't my job. This ain't gonna be what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Because when they don't value you.
No. And I realized that. I realized that they didn't value me. They saw me as, okay, a little boo-boo. I know the baby. They saw me as like another token nigga that they had to have in their establishment to meet their quota. Mm-hmm. So I said, after a while, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm the only black person here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, no, this ain't gonna work. I gotta get out of this now.
I didn't fit in none of them. No, none of them. But that last one was the worst, I swear. And I'm telling you, I had to be an actress. I just had to sit there. Because when I first started, I told him, I said, you should have hired some robots, because you don't want nobody with an opinion. You just want to be the only one that has a say. And I said, you want me to dumb myself down for this job? And he was like, no. I said, no, I got it now. I understand. You want some yes men. I said, but that ain't me, but I knew I didn't fit in, but I was there, a couple years, but I knew that, I had to act. I had to pretend I was happy to be there. It was an act because I couldn't stand it.
I'm gonna keep going till I get the right one. That's how I feel. Okay?
Yeah.
If this ain't the right one, this ain't the right one. I ain't coming in here talking like Halle Berry. I ain't coming in here talking like nobody else. I'm gonna come in talking like Latrice. And if that's not for you, then you know what? This job just ain't for me. Maybe it's not the right job, because what's crazy is that we do have to put on some type of show for somebody else in order for us to get what we need. But then it's like, okay, wait a minute. Is this even for me? If I gotta put on a show for you?
It's not.
If I gotta turn around and be somebody different,
you gotta tap dance for them.
I gotta tap. Oh, come on! I gotta be somebody different for the job. Then this ain't the job for me.
That's not your job. That's not it. You ain't supposed to have to. I sit at my job. I don't have no problem.
I gotta go.
I sit there and act just like I act anywhere else. If I don't feel like talking, I don't talk.
Did you hear what I said? I gotta go in there talking British. Hello.
No, you got to. If I don't want to go with lunch with y'all, if I turn around and say no, I ain't going. I don't care if the whole department is going. I'm the only one that's not going because I don't feel like it. I'm not going. I work with y'all all day. Why would I want to spend my time 4 or 5 hours at night to look at y'all again? I don't think so.
I'm gonna go in there talking British every day. Like, would you like a cup of tea? All right, I thank you. All right, have a good one.
If you did that, them people probably be like, "Oh no, she can't come back there."
We was in the store. We were in the store. Me and my kids was in the store, and we were walking through the whole entire store, talking British the whole entire time. So when we got up to the front counter, the lady looked at us, and she looked at us, and we kept talking British, and she was like, "That's a cute way to raise your kids."
She says a cute way. Oh my goodness.
And I said to Jalen, I said, "What is she talking about?"
Right, that's right. Act like
just the way we talk.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say? We can't be British because we African American.
Yeah, right.
What you trying to say?
Like, what are you saying? There's not any British in the United States.
You trying to say I'm lying? Is that what you trying? That's what you should have said in your British accent. And you think I'm lying? Where is my kids?
She said, but wait a minute.
What are you trying to say?
But wait a minute, my son. That's what I said. I said, Jenna, what is she talking about? Like, what is she saying to us?
Right.
And then my son comes up and he talks British, and he was like, "Mom, can I have this jug?" So he puts the jug up there, right? Jug came up to $6. Do you know I went back to talking right? I said, "Oh no, you better put that back."
No, you didn't. You did that right in front of her.
No, you
should have kept that voice, girl. You should have kept it. You should have kept that voice.
She was,
Hey.
she laughed so freaking hard. She was like, "I can't." She was like, "Wait a minute." She said the regular voice came back.
I know that's right.
I said, "Yeah, because we ain't paying full price for nothing. Let's go
Okay.
out of this store."
What you say? What you say? Money will. Them prices will make you come right on back to yourself.
Make you come alive, okay?
Okay. I guess she said, "There she go. There she go." The real mom right there.
And then my son kept talking British. He was like, "But Mom, it says $1 over there." And I said, "Look."
Did you just say, "Give it up"? Just give it up.
Oh, gosh.
That's funny as all the
No, I
way.
said, "That's it. No, put it back, okay? Put
He
it
said,
back."
"Forget all this British talk. We don't have time for this." Okay. That's
You know,
a darn shame.
I said, "Okay, all right." He done went and got the $6
He
deal.
done took you out of your voice.
I don't think so. Okay. I told you get the $1 one, okay? Not the $6
She
one.
was like, "Forget this."
You want to go get the
Oh my gosh.
$6?
Oh my gosh.
No, I said, "No, we ain't doing that. Go put it back."
Okay. This is real mom talking.
That's right.
Put that stuff back.
I have to put on my real mother voice when you start bringing up prices. That,
I know.
okay, you didn't bring your money today. Okay, we're using mommy's money today.
All right.
No, I'm saying, like, at some point, yeah, I get it. But that's why I realized, it's fun to have fun, but it just doesn't feel authentic if I have to be somebody different
Right.
for you. You know what I mean? If I gotta be somebody different just to get a job, I gotta be somebody different to be with a person, then that means that I don't know who I am, my character. Who am I? Who am I? And I get it. Like, you gotta be professional at all times when it concerns a job. But now I'm at a point in my life, I'm like, well, let's create our own jobs.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because that professionalism, we're always at a point where, they want us to be a certain way. They want you to do they want you to talk a certain way. They want you to do a certain thing. So
To make them feel comfortable.
to make them feel comfortable. And it's like, nah, you want to accept me for who I am. Because if I have to come here, that's like almost saying, okay, your hair can't be a certain way. You can't wear your hair a certain way because of this job requires you to have hair this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I shouldn't have to change who I am to make you feel better.
Yeah,
and that goes in a relationship.
You really it actually makes you mentally and emotionally tired too. When you come home, you just drained.
Exactly.
You are drained because you had to put on an act for somebody else. And then you start disliking who you are. You like, now why I got to go in this office and act like somebody else?
Yes, exactly.
It's the truth though. So you might as well. I'll tell anybody, listen, as long as you ain't in there cussing and carrying on and acting a fool, be who you are.
Exactly.
Just be, either they're gonna accept it or not. And if they do not, then you need to find somewhere else to go. That's all. That is it.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it's life too short to be pretending to be somebody else.
Somebody else. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself. God created a job for you, especially just for you.
Absolutely.
Be yourself. Shoot.
Absolutely.
If you sometimes you gotta go in and be like, yes and yes, I do. What I would like this.
My soror hung up. I think is Nikki my soror?
She's a she's a what is it? Zeta.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's Zeta. Okay.
Yeah.
her, I
What
said
the colors, right? The colors.
blue and white.
Blue and white.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I seen her screen pop up real quick.
Oh yeah, that background she had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Janelle, you a Zeta, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Girl, yes. But no, to be honest with you, yeah, I think that at some point in our lives, we've all pretended to be somebody that we're not.
She's not a Zelta. She's not a Zeta. She's a Delta. Just letting you know.
No, Nikki's a Zeta. My cousin Nikki is a Zeta. Our other cousin Nikki on mommy's side is a Delta. Tanny.
All right. No problem.
Yeah, my other cousin Nikki is a Zeta. Yeah.
There's too many Nickies in the family.
Who said that?
That's my sister.
I'm like, with that accent. I'm like, who was that?
I trained her. I trained Latrice to talk properly because she doesn't know how to do
Please
it.
don't tell me that's mama talking.
No,
That's not mama. That's me.
that's sister.
Are you get out of here? That's it. I'm like, what? Who is that talking? Y'all do that too well. You do it too well.
Baby on that.
Oh my goodness.
I lived in Europe. She did not. I taught her, so she does it very well. She can do it.
Yes, I got.
That's scary though that y'all talk that well though. It's scary. That is scary.
Oh Lord.
What's happening?
He over here like, Mom, what's the Zeta?
I want to hear her say it again.
Mom, what is a Zeta?
I know that's right. See, now you got him talking like that. See what I mean?
All it does is takes a couple of times of saying it, and then that's it.
Oh, we get to see a face because I was like, wait a minute. Hi.
Yes.
Y'all sound you do it too well.
Yes.
Y'all do that voice too well.
Jeremy said, "Is that Aunt Tanny? She looks quite well today."
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Y'all are funny. Oh my goodness.
Go to bed.
The gym just took a lot out of me. I'm worn out. I'm so sorry.
And you know who she sound like? That girl on the TV series Too Close.
Too close. Yeah.
Yes, you sound just like her. Have you ever seen that TV series on Netflix?
No, I have not.
You have got to watch that.
You
You sound just like her. You sound just like her.
I gotta find it out. Let me
Gotta
look at that.
find it. Yep, it's called Too Close
It's
on
called
Netflix.
Too Close. Mhm.
I'm solid, and
And I think it's like, is it 6 or 8 episodes?
it's 8 episodes.
8 episodes. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull out now.
What happened, Janelle?
I said, y'all really be watching some TV. When y'all be having time to watch TV?
But I put it on a lot of times and listen to it while I'm doing something else.
Okay.
Well, I don't be having time to watch it, but as soon as Erica suggests something, I try to get to the bottom of it as soon as I get off the line. You know, I just try to watch it as soon as I get off the line. And then after that, I don't watch it anymore. Yeah, exactly. Because I be in bed. Like, I'm like you, I be in bed early.
I'm a movie buff. I love movies though.
She said, I'm a movie buff.
I'm a movie buff. I love it.
And Janelle came on here and she was like, you see, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, girlfriend, she's sitting up in her pajamas and her robe.
Yes, got her pajamas on, ready to go to bed.
Scarf on and everything. All she got to do is, wait a minute, and she got the blanket across her legs. All she got to do is walk, like, wait, what you say, like a couple of inches and get in.
Here go the bonnet. It's all ready to go.
You got a couple of inches to walk when your bed is right there.
No, I'm in my office, so it's
Okay.
I'm literally.
She don't be playing. She does not be playing.
She don't play no games. She
don't play when it's time to sleep. I don't blame you though.
I'll be do it.
Get your rest. Okay.
But I got this deadline for tomorrow, so I'm trying to do right.
Oh, okay.
Trying to do right.
I know, but she don't play though.
Go ahead and do right then.
Look, I had to lay them out. What, last week? No, this week. I don't know. I've learned since being an entrepreneur, I don't be taking nothing from nobody no more. Like I cannot be a slave to the job. I will get a.
You don't though. You don't let nobody come at you wrong. You like what?
My behavior.
You do it in a nice manner, but you just let them know, don't even try it. Don't come up with no nonsense.
I had went on, was it when I came back from vacation? No, it might have been before I went. Girl, they sent me this nasty email talking about I was missing some timesheets or whatever. And the lady, she sends them out. It's something we do for like federal reporting. She didn't send them to me for like 2 months. So how I wasn't missing them? All the ones that I got from her, I did. And they sent me a nasty email. Y'all, if I ain't clap back, oh my goodness.
That's right.
And told them what they should do. And probably about 3 days later, they had created a procedure and sent it out to everybody. Don't come for me and you ain't do what you were supposed to do.
Right, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. That's right. Put them in their place and then don't do it again. Okay.
I'm like, I think I ain't getting ready to say something. I'm like, I am too grown and too mature to let it work. When I was 20, it would have worked. And I wouldn't said anything. I was like, oh, not now. I got way too
older and stuff. And you know, ain't nobody got time for that. Watch your mouth now. You talking to a grown woman. Don't do that.
And then, I'm trying to teach my daughter, to make sure my kids, to make sure ain't nobody around here talking to them crazy.
Right, absolutely.
Crazy. You don't gotta take that.
No, just let them know. Let them know. Okay. And if mama need to come up there and do what she gotta do, just call me. Okay.
You better on notice. She's a plane ride away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm serious. I'm serious. You got to. This. We ain't back in the day where we just off of slavery times where you think you gonna sit up here and talk. No, you won't. No, you're not. Okay. You ain't no different than me.
Exactly.
So don't even try it. You got to let them know right. All catch them right then when they do something. Get them right back. Say, all right, set them straight.
I sure teaching every time.
Right. Okay.
What you say?
I said, I'm gonna just set you straight.
Set them straight. You got to get them.
Yeah.
So they don't make that mistake no more. Don't even think
you let it slide and be like, oh, I'm gonna just let this slide. They think they can do it each and every time.
Yeah. And then see, you end up letting that stuff build up, and then you go to cussing them out on the floor. You like, wait a minute.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let it slide.
Right.
Slide, you know what I mean? And then when that blow up comes, it's like, you know what? All right, I'm about sick and tired of letting everything slide, okay?
Right.
Yeah. The build up.
Yeah, and then that's when they fire you because you out on the floor acting crazy.
I don't want to be a black woman. I'm gonna be
she acting crazy. Look at it. I think you need to get rid of her. Look at her. She having a meltdown. Get her.
Oh my goodness.
Get her. She having a meltdown.
She's like a nigga.
Yeah, she acting like a nigga. Right. Absolutely.
Right. Then they labeling us.
Then they labeling us, talking about, see, this is why we don't hire y'all, because y'all know how to act.
Y'all don't know how to act.
We're gonna have to let it go.
That's why you get them when they first.
I used to fight so bad, so much in one company. I fought so much. I had to stop. I was in my 20s. I was at the New York Times in New York City. I never fought so much in all my days.
But what happened?
It didn't even matter. I went to HR. I filed complaints. We even was in the middle of a class act suit, but they sold our division. It was just crazy. It was just always something. I was the only Black professional in my department. I was in financial reporting, the accounting department. And they used to have meetings with the managers, which I was a manager, and I wouldn't be included. They'd have a meeting and I wasn't there. I wasn't invited to the meeting.
Oh, wow.
And I would find out, like I would see a memo and it would say to all managers, but my name wasn't on there. Oh. So I would ask the secretary, well, what happened? Why wasn't I included? And she would say, well, these are the names that I was told to send it to. Then I would go to my boss And he would say it was an oversight. They forgot to include me. And this went on forever. He constantly, and I told him he was breaking the law. And I said, you're breaking Title VII, which is an act of 1963, which is exclusion. And it's based on the fact that I'm Black. I said, what's the reason he kept doing this. This went on repeatedly. I went to HR. Then it was like one time, I don't know if y'all remember, but this was in like 1990, in the early 90s, maybe 90 to 95, I think I was there. And they had vouchers for classes like Excel, Word. So I wanted to take some classes, and I maintained the vouchers. So we used to buy packets of them, like 100 at a time. And literally only 2 was used. So we had like 98 left.
Oh, wow.
Asked him, I sent a memo, asked him, can I attend a class? He gonna tell me we didn't have enough vouchers. So then I had to document everything, but I took them over to him. I said, this ain't enough. One. So he never let me go. I never went. And I remember, like, I always had to write another memo. Per our discussion, you said this and that, and this is the case. And then I would send a copy to like human resources. And then one time they had a management program, and they were supposed to be doing it every year, but this was the first year. And you know how they say they're going to do it every year, but you never know. I wanted to be in the program. It was like an 8-week program where you worked in various departments like sales, all the different departments in the company. And it was kind of like, you're learning other jobs and possibly, for consideration of maybe changing into another area. So I wanted to be in the management program. So then, and I had time, like this is before they worked you to death, and I could do it. And so he didn't want me to do it because he told me he didn't think that my time allowed for it. So I went to HR and I fought. And I remember her saying, because I said, well, we're supposed to be going to classes, and, for employee development, they encourage that you learn new skills and do new things. And I said, every time I try to do something, he shoots it down. I told her, about the whole voucher thing. And so she was like, well, do you allow her to do training? And he was like, no. And she said, well, why? He had no answer. And she said, well, do you do this? And he was like, no. Well, what about this? No.
Oh,
well,
wow.
what? And he said, well, does she have is she behind on her work? No. Well, does she have, time? Like, what's the reason she can't do the management class? And so whatever happened, I fought it, and I got in the program. But he said no initially, but I went over his head and I took the program. And then I remember another time I wanted to take this study class for the CPA exam. And again, like I was the only Black person in my department who was an accountant, and the other people were taking the class. So the way that the company policy was, you had to take your class, pay for it first. Then if you passed the class, you got reimbursed. So, but I know that the other accountants in my department were getting their classes paid up front. So I asked him if I could get mine paid up front. He said, you have a husband, don't you? So I said, yeah. And he was like, so why can't you pay for it yourself?
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so I walked away, and then I went into the file, and I saw one white man. He wrote on there, he just bought a house. He didn't want to come out of pocket because the course was $800. He didn't want to come out of pocket. The guy signed off on it. Another guy was like, it'll be a hardship for me. I don't want to pay the money up front. He signed. Another guy said, I don't want to pay out of my pocket. He signed off on that. But when I asked, because I had a husband, all of them had wives and kids. What difference did it make? So I called. This time I didn't go to my HR department in my building. I went to the corporate HR because we had a new girl that was in charge of diversity and inclusion. I called her.
Mm-hmm.
Fax me those papers. And I faxed her them papers.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, he's never even gonna know that you gave this to me. I left.
Wow.
I came back the next morning. I purposely walked past his office. I said, good morning. The oh, Tisha. I said, yes. He said, you know what? I've had a change of heart. We gonna pay for that class.
Ain't that something?
Ain't you nice? I had to fight. And then another time I had a meeting where I filed a complaint against him. I snuck a recorder in my clothes and came into that meeting. And I was so upset. I just broke down crying in the meeting because that man, I couldn't believe, like one day, like the phones was ringing. They was ringing so much that it bounced over to me. So then I went looking for this girl and they was all in a conference room having a training because all the managers got new computers. And I ain't know nothing about it.
Oh, wow.
Doing. They was like, oh, they laughing in there. They was like, we training for our new computers. Why y'all get new computers? All the managers got them. I said, not all of them.
Oh, that's horrible.
Not all of them, because I ain't get one. Where's mine?
Wow.
And he said, you ready? There were 8 chairs and 9 managers. So it wasn't enough room for me.
That's a lie.
That's what he said.
You make room. No, he's supposed to make room.
Why didn't you graciously pull out and you be the one to wait?
Right.
Is he white?
Yes.
Oh.
That don't make no sense. You know what?
You hear me? This went on for years.
That's a shame.
It went on for years.
And you manage, Tisha?
Huh?
You manage as well, right?
You mean my position?
Yeah, is your position the manager or is he your manager?
He was my boss, but I was a manager.
Hmm.
He was my, and then the girl, so then eventually that same girl, I wound up, they did some restructuring. I had to report to her. So now this was another thing. All the managers had an office on the wall. I was in a cubicle with the clerks because all of the offices were taken already. So I didn't argue that because they were full. They were all taken. So I just, I didn't argue that point. Okay. But this one girl, I had to start reporting to her. Now, in my cubicle, I had pictures of all Black models. And it was full, it was covered. The whole wall was covered with models. Mm-hmm. And I also used to play my music. I used to play the radio. And it wasn't loud, but I could hear it and it got me through the day. She came over there one day and told me that my music wasn't conducive to the workplace. I said, you don't have to listen to it. Ooh. You can go back in your office and listen to whatever you want to listen to.
I know that's right.
I said, ain't nobody come in your office talking about your music. And I didn't ask you your opinion about mine. So you could go back over there. Okay. So I asked her, I wanted to learn some of the work that she did. And she was like, why? She was like, She felt threatened by that. And I said, don't you plan on moving up in this company? She said, yeah. I said, well, so do I. I said, so what's the problem? If you moving up, I want to move up. So I said, eventually, if you moving up, I want your position. Mm-hmm. So she was like, she was like, well, you can't learn this. You can't learn, like I'm too stupid to learn it. Right. Wow. Mm-hmm. So then one day they was going to the, we used to sponsor the, that golf tournament in South Carolina. So she wanted to go to that so bad. So one day she was going and she called me. Come here. And she called me from there. She was like, Tisha, there's a report that I got to do and it's due today. Can you do it for me?
No.
Wait a minute. It was the same work I was asking her to teach me.
Wow.
I said, the work that I'm too stupid to learn? She said, Tisha, it's real quick. Let me show you. Go over here, get this file, go open my computer, do this. She was talking me right through it. When I tell you it took 5 minutes, all you had to do, it was like it was something she had to do every month. And it was some numbers. I forgot what they were. But anyway, you just put the numbers in the report and you had to turn them in. Print them out, turn them in. I did it literally in 5 minutes. And this was the work she did not want to teach me.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I was good enough to do it because she needed me to do it.
Right. Right. Isn't that horrible?
This went on forever. Let me just tell you.
That's horrible for you to have to sit on a job and go through that. That's crazy.
So that's why this last job,
That privilege.
probably 6 times, maybe more. Nothing ever happened. Because my boss was the nephew of the founder of the company. So therefore, they wasn't going to do nothing to him.
Of course.
The only thing you could do is leave. And it's a shame because so many people did leave. And it wasn't race. He wasn't so, I mean, I think race was a factor, but I think he was more sexist than he was racist.
Oh, okay.
He just felt like women, they didn't value women. He was Greek, and that's kind of their culture.
Okay.
They don't value women. They feel like women are lower than them. Men are the leaders. They're the breadwinners. Women have their roles. So they take care of the kids and, they have different work, and they don't value women's opinion on the same level as men.
That's something. That's a hot mess to go through that. That really is.
Oh yeah, I've had some horrible. I mean, I've had some good jobs, some good experiences, but I've had some really bad ones as well. But I can tell you that this job that I have right now, I love it.
Good.
I love this job. You hear me when I love
She
it.
said, you hear me when I...
Ooh, I love, oh God, I be on this job. First of all, so there was another job that I remember that I loved, but I love, when it's a progressive company and they're really like, they're working to do things right. They are valuing their employees across the board, because there were companies like the Times, they paid good salaries, but the Black people didn't make them. And there was only one Black person who was an executive. They had like the token, and everybody else was like, an admin or the mailroom, that level. And they didn't really, give us a chance. We were not paid at the same level. Where I feel like where I am now, I think we're all, and I'm sure it varies, but it's not the case where Black people are paid so much less. If you're in that position, that level, you're going to get paid in the same range. So I believe that. So I just feel like they value you across the board. They're not really doing much discrimination, and they're not really tolerant of it. And they just do a lot of things. They do this thing called Friday My Way. So after 12 noon on Fridays, you can kind of do whatever you want to do. You can go meditate. You could catch up on some work. You could read. You could do whatever you want to do to, have your Fridays your way.
Mhm.
You know, they refrain from meetings. They don't really want you to do a lot of meetings. They want you, and they, you know, stay off camera if you're having a meeting. And they were remote before COVID. They've been remote for the last 5 years
Oh,
because they
wow.
believe in getting the top talent no matter where you live. So they didn't believe that, you know, like you limit yourself if you have to be in the office, because now either you got to move or you only got to find people within a certain radius of where your office is.
Mhm.
So, you know, I have people on the call that's in Mexico, all over the place. And because they feel like they just want the top talent and they want you to have work-life balance. They
Mhm.
want you to be, you know, happy in wherever environment you're in. So I think that's, you know, I love it. I love working from home and all of that. You know, it's a lot because I don't like sitting all the time. So if I have like 4 or 5 meetings in the same day and I gotta sit at that doggone laptop, sometimes I walk. Like if it's a meeting where all I'm doing is listening, I might go walking while I'm listening because I don't have to be tied down to the desk. But you know, so I think it's great when you are valued. It does make a difference. And it's unfortunate because even today, we still are discriminated against based on the color of our skin. And
Yep.
that's the whole reality of it,
Yep.
you know. And those same people, you'll see them on another job, um, and they may turn around and ask you to hook them up.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know, they forget how they treated you.
Uh-huh. Yep. Absolutely. It's a shame that you got to go on a job. You want money to pay your bills and do whatever else you want with it, the same as the other person. But you got to jump through hoops just to get it. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's horrible what they put African Americans through for that. That's crazy because we get treated the worst. I can understand we're not the only minorities, but we do get treated the worst out of all the minorities out here.
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
do. And not only do white people treat us the worst, but we treat each other the worst.
Yeah, and that's the thing that gets me because we used to, I think at this point in time, we used to what they think about us, but when our own sisters and brothers do it, it just hurts to the core when we do
Hardening.
it. It just it's like wow, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe you
Mhm.
can't do something like that. Because on my job, I had the executive assistant to the chair of the department, and she was in cahoots with the new supervisor trying to get me fired.
See,
She was keeping tabs on me every time I got out of my seat, go to the bathroom. Oh, I heard you was away from your desk for like more than 15 minutes. That's because the executive assistant she was watching me.
you got to come to watch me. What you doing?
Right, absolutely. I was like, are you wait, and get this. After I left that job and found a new job, guess what happened to her?
You got
They
fired.
got on her back and tried to get her fired. So she ended up having to retire early.
Good. Cause she don't know how to mind her business. I hate
we don't get it. See what we don't get that. They use us against one another on these jobs.
Mhm.
That's what they do. And then when they done with you, when you have done your part, then they get rid of you.
exactly.
And we don't get it. I don't get it. We just still back in the slave mentality. We really are.
And you know what I can't stand? When people look down on other people. Like I always spoke to everybody. I don't care if you were sweeping the floors. I knew your name and I would talk, have conversations. I knew about your kids. I knew everything.
Right.
Because you ain't no better than somebody else just because you're in a, you know, quote unquote higher position on
Right.
the totem pole. They're still human beings. A lot of them, you know, again, I was 21 when I started working, and so they were much older. So I was taught, you know, respect your elders and all of that. But you know, you gotta value people. You can't treat people like crap because the same people you stepping on the way up, you're gonna see them on the way down.
That's right. That's right. And when they don't want to help you, you know why.
Oh my God, it's the worst. It really is bad. You know, because if you say you know, you're looking for a job or something, people could be in a position that they can help you, but they won't do it.
Oh,
Can't stand that.
Okay. Ain't that something? It's sad. We live in a sad world. That's what I said. I always sit there and talk about the next generation. I said, y'all in for it. Okay. They are the next generation is in for it now. But see, the next generation, they not gonna tolerate but so much.
They don't tolerate.
Yeah, they don't
They
tolerate.
don't tolerate nothing. That's why they not at them jobs.
Yeah, that's why they're not at them jobs.
They're
If
not
they
at
feel
that
as though that they are not being paid their worth or somebody's not treating them right, they will be gone in a minute. They don't stay on no job.
No 2 weeks notice, no nothing. They
No,
out.
they just don't come back.
They just don't come back. They don't call you and say,
They'll
well,
come back and pick up their check.
that's it. Wait a minute, they might not even want to do that. They just mail it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the funds in my bank account, just wire transfer it. Put the money in my account.
Young part-timer on our team, y'all, and he just was like, I'm gonna do what I want when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I don't care what you say. And he still to this day, and he been gone probably about 4 months. He still got the company laptop. So I was
See,
y'all might as well forget that because he ain't giving it back.
ain't that something? See, they not gonna take this mess. These younger generation, they figure after I done went to school and got my degree and all, you're not gonna treat me like no trash. You gonna you gonna give me what I'm worth. That's how they look at it now. You gonna give me what I'm worth now.
Yep.
They not playing that mess. Go ahead if you want. They will leave in a hot minute and take all your stuff with them, like he did that laptop. They will take all the stuff.
And look,
All your stuff.
jailbroken and everything. Y'all go put firewalls y'all want on it. I'm gonna make it work for me now.
Absolutely. You can't play with these.
Yeah.
Cannot. You can't play with these kids now. Not no more now. And some of them will tell you about yourself all up in the office and don't care.
And don't care. That's very true.
Yeah.
They agree.
Yes,
Next 2 weeks, Scientology.
next 2 All right, yeah, y'all watch Scientology and stop playing.
2 weeks, Scientology.
All right, Janelle.
What's that? A movie?
No, it's a like a documentary series with what's her name? Leah Remini.
Yeah, Leah Remini.
And so we watching it's season 3, 1 through 3.
I gotta start with season 1, right?
No,
we only doing now. If you want to, you can, but we're gonna talk about season 3, 1 through 3. But like I said, you're gonna want to watch all of it by the time you get finished. Okay, watching them three them 3 episodes.
It's a nasty fly in here, and
Don't you hate that when you get ready to go to bed and that fly be buzzing all around?
That's all right though, because I'm gonna turn
It's
this.
attracted to the light.
Yeah, turn the light off and it'll go towards, like, if you got a lamp in there, turn your main light off.
Yeah, that's all I got on is the lamp, and it keeps.
Okay. And when they get near that lamp, girl, get a book and smash it.
I got a little bug spray, this little natural bug spray that I bought from Target.
Oh, okay.
Spray on.
Get them, girl. Spray that spray. I can't stand them things. You trying to.
Me neither.
It's like this is all in your ear. Nobody got time for that.
Let me put my flash drives away. I don't want to ruin them, but I'm getting ready to spray that sucker.
I know that's right. I can't stand them. They nasty.
All right, y'all. We're gonna pray out and then we gonna come back in 2 weeks.
Okay, that's an indication that Latrice wants us off of here.
Oh, the pig.
She kicking us off. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I gotta stay up.
Wait, look at Janelle.
Y'all not getting.
Janelle, because she like going to bed.
We the ones that gotta get ready for bed.
I gotta stay up. I have to stay up. I'm doing drawings and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay. She doing okay. Latrice got work to do.
6 o'clock, I'll be up working again.
Oh, I ain't getting up until 7. I'm not getting
I
up
ain't
early
getting
tomorrow.
to bed early either.
Not tomorrow. I won't be getting up early. I'm not doing it.
Janelle, you got that.
That's right, girl. Wake on up at 6 a.m. and don't be sending no text messages.
I'm like, good morning.
Don't be getting no ping. One time, who did that? I think it was all of y'all was talking about something one night, and I said, "Why is it after 11 o'clock and they sending these text messages?" I kept getting bing, bing. I said, "Oh no, we cannot do this." Okay?
Y'all know did that.
said, bing, bing, bing.
I said, yeah, I was like, what? At night, go to bed, y'all, go to bed.
Like, what the heck are y'all doing up?
Yeah.
That be me. I be saying, bing, 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 bing.
Baby, go to bed. All right, we're gonna get, are you gonna say a prayer?
Yeah, say a prayer.
Okay.
Heavenly, before you this evening, first and foremost, we want to thank you for allowing us together as community and in fellowship. Thanking you for allowing us to just be able to talk with one another. Thank you for allowing us to be able to have fellowship as well as love with one another and being able to talk, Father, just being able to communicate. We ask that you bring us all back together at the appointed time. And we ask, Father, that as we put our heads down, allow us to wake up if it's according to your will and your way. And we ask these things in your name. Amen.
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 Good night, ladies.
Good night, y'all.
Look at her with her set. She always showing off with her satin cat.
She got the satin cap.
Look at her showing off. She's showing off because she ready to go to bed.
See that? Look, say this little bit of work, and it'll be here in the morning.
I know that's right.
Yes, right?
All right. Good night, y'all. I got to do what I got to do.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, y'all have a wonderful evening. Rest well.
Look at her. Look at her.
My son wants y'all to see sneakers.
Janelle is funny, huh?
I said he wants you to see his sneakers.
It's sneakers.
Oh,
Okay.
those are nice. Did you
What you
decorate
got?
those?
Yeah, he decorated.
Those are nice.
That's nice.
See, he did a good job.
What did he do?
You gonna sell them?
He decorated his shoes. They was all white, and he put some black and white on them or something.
Oh,
Well, he needs to, that's a business. See, that's an entrepreneur in the works.
Mhm.
yeah.
He needs to buy him some cheap sneakers and then go ahead and decorate them.
For his brother, he didn't. Said he was not selling them. He wanted for his brother.
He want to do them for his brother. He need to do them, make some money. You can make some money off those. Get you some white sneakers, some that they're not expensive, and decorate them and put them on Facebook. I bet you somebody will buy them.
He this boy do everything. He cook. He do everything.
Yeah, he bake cookies. You gonna make me some cookies?
Girl, he made dinner for himself. He made some sauteed fish, turned it into taco, and he made sauteed cabbage, put seasoning. I was like,
Can you make me some vegan cookies?
that's what he make. He make the vegan ones. He don't
What?
make nothing.
No, I want him to make me some though. I'm talking about me. This is all about me right there. I want him to make me some.
She said,
When are y'all coordinating our vegan dinner date with my frat brother?
oh yeah.
You talking about Mr. Micklemore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for him to get back to me about the date. I gave him the date that we're available to do the podcast. So once he get back to me about that, then we can talk about, I guess once we're all on, then we can talk about a date for the dinner.
Because I go to a vegan restaurant. That would be fun.
Look at her. See, wait a minute. It's all about her now. You know that she talking about her.
Y'all eat more vegan than I do. How about
I
that?
know that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Restaurant.
That's true. I want them You gonna make me some cookies?
You gonna make
I'm gonna be up there in New Jersey on August 13th.
yes.
In about a little over a week. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Today. Yeah.
So if you make me some oatmeal, some vegan oatmeal cookies. They gotta be all vegan. They gotta be gluten free, and they gotta use oatmeal flour.
Oh, that's what we use.
No sugar. I either agave or honey, whatever. But no sugar.
Can't use almond flour.
No almond flour. Gotta be oat flour.
Gotta be oat. Yeah.
Why no almond flour?
Almonds, and they don't. That my body don't like almonds, so I can't eat it. I can't eat the flour, none of that stuff.
Okay.
But oatmeal doesn't bother me.
Okay.
So he looking at me. You gonna make my cookies?
He like, you got too many requests.
You gonna make my it's only cookie. You ain't gonna make me no. You gonna make me some? Okay, he said yeah. Okay, all right. He's shaking his head. Yes. Okay. is. I'm gonna be ready for them cookies on Saturday too. Trust me when I tell you when I get there, I'm gonna say, okay, where my cookies at? Okay, where my cookies? I'm gonna need a snack.
She gonna say, where my milk at good?
And where my bigger cookies? Okay. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Definitely. That's good that you know how to cook though. That's really good.
I have a question.
Huh?
Because I ain't gonna keep cooking for they.
What happened, Janelle?
Can we do a Friendsgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
So we
let's do a Friendsgiving.
All right, who house is gonna be at?
Doesn't matter.
Or did you want to do it at a restaurant and just go out and eat? But you want to do it like a potluck?
Yeah, potluck at the
Okay.
How you do a potluck?
huh?
A potluck. What's that?
You never heard of a potluck dinner?
No.
What?
Nice.
A potluck dinner is where everybody brings a different dish
Yeah, well, you know what?
to add to the dinner, and we all sit down and eat.
You got special requests, so you know we
I
can't
know.
get special dinners there and then don't nobody eat the food.
You know what? I'm hurt. No, she did. I would make something that everybody can eat though.
No, I'm not talking about.
You don't want-
Oh,
Food. I'm
Do
talking
you
about
eat food?
you
Huh?
gotta make sure the food is gluten free for you.
yeah,
You
that's true.
do seafood?
I can eat seafood, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just
So-
can't do, it's no dairy, no soy, no gluten.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my
But we gotta set a date though, so we're gonna do Friendsgiving. We gotta set it now because you know everybody busy and you
Yes.
waiting to the last minute.
You're right.
How about the first weekend in November?
The first weekend in November?
First weekend that
All right, let me see. I think that's fine for me. Hold on.
Because after that, I am booked.
Listen to her. Hold up for a minute.
said, how about the first
Oh
weekend?
yeah, I'm fine for you. November 5th.
You heard I'm booked after that.
I'm fine with it. Tisha, how about you? On November 5th, you good for Friendsgiving?
Let me check.
Listen to her. You over there,
November
you
5th.
over there falling asleep?
She
No,
said,
my laptop, something ain't right. I think I gotta start it over.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna get that second win, so maybe I should leave it alone, restart it, and then take my tail out of here.
That's right. Going to bed.
Okay, that's a Saturday.
where my book?
Believe it or not. What time? What time?
Yeah, what time we talking?
Because I have a one of my sorority sister already got something on my calendar, her 60th birthday party.
Oh, that's nice.
Good God, she told me early, huh?
I see people know they don't be playing.
I know we be trying. What time is your party, Tisha?
It's at 7 at night.
Y'all want to do like 2?
Yeah, we can do like a lunch, like a Friendsgiving lunch. It don't have to be dinner.
But where at?
Yeah, we're at.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Look at her. She to my own though.
Because this thing is in Union, New Jersey. Wait, let me see. So
How
I
far
know
is that
if
away
I
from
go,
you?
I can't go too far south, and then I got to go all the way north.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Because and I can't do but so many things in the same day because I'm going to be tired.
I know that's right.
I'll be done canceled. It's an hour drive north.
Can we do Philly?
Huh?
You want to do Philly at Erica's house? Erica, your house available?
Yeah, my house is available.
Exactly. Cause I got kids here.
Yeah, that's not too far for you guys, is it? Well, being as though Tisha, you got to go to Union. Is that too far for you?
Let me see. Look, I'm looking at the 12th. Is that too close to Thanksgiving?
The 12th, I will not be here.
Yeah, and the 12th, yeah, that's when I have my my photo shoot and stuff is that day.
Oh, you be doing them photo shoots, girl. Go ahead.
Girl, hook me up. I need that photo shoot.
Yeah, y'all, but y'all gotta get, you should though. I do it once a year, but I only do it for business purpose. I use some pictures for business.
Listen, I need a whole photo shoot.
Yeah.
But they be talking extra. Okay. They be like, yeah, it's gonna cost you this. And I be like, okay, I gotta hit up the picture.
Oh yeah, some pictures be charging like $350 to do pictures.
No, I don't pay that much.
Girl,
No,
Yeah.
I don't pay that much. Not at all.
That's
Not at all.
So Eric, you be setting up our next photo shoot.
right?
You know what? Yeah, I'll talk to the photographer. The guy, he's been doing my pictures for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, and he, wait a minute, get this. He also owns his own hair salon, mind you. He does women hair.
Mm.
He does his wife's hair.
Tell him to do our hair.
Huh?
That's that he can do.
He
He
do
gonna-
everything. And when I say press and curl, braids, he adds extensions, he adds pieces, he does full-blown wig. He do all of it.
Mm.
He puts
That's-
some videos on his page. His name is Ray Pitts.
And takes pictures.
And takes pictures. But wait a minute, that ain't all he do, mind you. Real estate. He sells real estate. Okay.
Right.
The brother got his hands and everything. But he's good though. He's especially with the hair. I've seen him do hair like live, sitting there waiting for him to take my pictures, like right before. And he looked, this girl hair, you'd have thought that this was her stuff sitting up there. That's how good he is. Good.
Oh, good. He can do our hair while he doing our pictures.
But this photo shoot, because I'm going to get something done to the top, and I was going to ask him, can I give me an appointment the day before? Okay, so you could do something with my head.
James, get off of that thing.
Yeah, but definitely if that's what y'all want, I'll talk to him and see if he can give us a deal for our photo shoot, for our group photo shoot.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I mean, but what you said? What did we say? November 5th was too far.
November 5th. And Tisha was trying to decide if
It was too far or not. Is that too far for you?
I guess I can do it.
Listen to her.
You can always
Good
come here
Lord.
and drive with me, but then you go and gotta leave at a certain time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let me write it down. Friendsgiving. I like
That
that.
means that if it's at 2:00 and you need to be where you need to be at 7, that gives you enough time so you can leave at what, like 5:00 and take your time or something like that.
Well, I mean, I don't have to be the first one there,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but I do. Well, then I got to be dressed for it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta be dressed. So bring your clothes and you can get dressed at Erica's.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you just get dressed and
Absolutely.
I got to get my life in order.
you can leave at 7.
But that's true though, and to get there by 8. Okay.
No, if I leave at 7, I would get there by 9.
Oh, it's that far away. Oh, geez.
Well, it's in Union.
Oh,
It's
so
in-
that means she would have to leave at like 6.
So how far is Union, New Jersey from your house, Erica?
Wait a minute, I'm looking it up right now.
My house is an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
I'm an hour. I'm not even an hour away from Camden. I'm like what 30 minutes, 40 minutes away from Camden.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
from
but
my-
Camden is a long way from Union.
Oh wow, let me look.
It's an hour from me.
It's an hour from, so it's like an hour and 45 minutes.
Darn, that's a long time.
Me,
Okay. Geez. That's a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, all right, because wait, hold up. I'm looking, I just want to get the exact time of what it's talking about. Directions. Hold on. Union, New Jersey. Union City, New Jersey. Let's see. It's close to New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's saying out. That's 96 miles.
Yeah.
So how far,
Yeah.
how long does it take to drive from your house?
It says an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours with traffic and
Yeah, with
stuff.
traffic, yeah, that's a long time, Tisha. Geez.
Yes.
Not unless Sundays are better. Like Sunday would be better.
I work.
You work every Sunday?
Oh, you work Sunday?
Tisha, you want us to come to you?
Exactly. You want
Because we can come to you, that probably would be easier.
Well, if y'all want to deal with all these kids.
as long as they don't touch my plate.
Well, my 3-year-old, she'll be 4. She'll be like, if you got something she like, I want some. Now I don't know. She don't do that
I'll be
to
like, listen,
everybody. She
listen
do that to
here.
me and her. She do that to me. Good God on Zion.
I'll be like,
And
take
you know
this.
how
take
you know
this
how
little
you want the last piece and you don't want to share the last piece.
And she got to have that last piece sitting there looking all sad.
Yeah, that them little puppy dog eyes, I could care less because she'll get up from her own plate and come over to my plate because she want to eat what I'm eating instead of what she eat.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that means she gonna be eating off people plates all night long. Okay.
You gotta throw her a little piece of chicken there and
say,
keep
take
her
this
business.
cookie and go on about your business.
Go on about your business.
No, it's fine. It wouldn't bother me. Children, it would not bother me at all.
Me neither. Look, I want to hold babies.
That's
Yeah,
right.
by then, let's see, July, August, September, October. He'll be like 3.5 months.
Oh, good. That's a nice little age.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, he will be nice and still little, but
you can easily hold them, sit them in your lap and just,
Chubby, thick thighs and rolls.
Hey, look at them little rolls. Yeah, that would be good. So we can do that. Is that good for everybody? November 5th over Tisha House?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put it on my calendar and then we gotta decide what we all are gonna bring.
Okay.
All right, November 5th. Okay. Friends. All right, put it on your calendars. Don't be talking about no, we supposed to be doing that.
Look, I'm
try.
gonna do it. I might need a reminder, but I'm gonna do it.
She said I might need a reminder.
Let me do it right now. I don't put nothing else in it.
I'm gonna put, all right, I'm putting down here Tisha's house.
November 5th.
Yeah. 2 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. All right, it's on my calendar.
That's cute.
All right, it's on my calendar. Okay. Everybody got it on their calendar?
I do.
All right, how about you, Latrice? Latrice.
I got it.
Uh-oh.
She's in there grinning.
I got it.
Okay, all right. All right, so we'll talk like a week before we can decide what we're gonna bring.
Okay.
We've been decide a whole month before.
Sound like a plan, huh?
I said a week before. We've been decide a whole month before.
Yeah, we might have to. We might have to, yeah.
All right, yeah. So all right, we cool.
All right, we got it. So we want to be on the calendar. That's good. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies, we're going to get off of this right now. We're going to go to bed now.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very scary.
Uh-oh.
I need to go to bed now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, y'all.
Good
Y'all
night.
have
And wait a
good
minute, and our podcast is scheduled for August 11th.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have that on my calendar.
All right, I gotta make sure it is on mine. No, it ain't even on my calendar, excuse me.
Good God Almighty.
It was not, it sure was not. Okay. So let me put it on here now. All right, there you go. It's on here now. All right. Everybody else got it on their calendar?
At what time? What time do y'all? Okay. So can we get our timing straight? Do we want to talk for 20 minutes or so before we start recording? Or after? What time do I need to set the thing for?
You still want to do 6:15 and we get on there and get our lives together for 15 minutes and then start at 6:30. So 6:15.
Okay.
Oh wait, you said poor boy Jim.
And then
Janelle. Where the heck is poor boy?
I said what now?
Poor boy Jim.
What?
Something in Facebook called poor boy Jim.
Somebody posted it and said it's a Black-owned restaurant and that they're struggling with their sales. So let's rally together and support them. And they're in Columbia. And I like Creole and Cajun food, so I'm gonna go try them.
Okay.
They're in Columbia, what? Maryland?
Maryland.
Oh, okay.
How far is that from me?
And what's the name of the restaurant again?
4 hours.
Oh boy, Jim.
Fort Worth. Okay.
That looks good.
Probably 2 hours. Because Columbia is like 30, 40 minutes from me.
Oh, okay.
That look good.
It does. Like, I love me a good shrimp po' boy. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Let's get to the bottom of that po' boy. All right.
I really done hung with y'all tonight. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Girl, eyes burning and everything.
She's sitting up there probably about to pass out. She ain't getting no sleep yet.
I know, because you don't play that.
I know I usually really be in the
Here it is right here. Yeah, Poor Boy Gym Bar and Grill.
I'm gonna go check them out.
Okay, yeah. Let us know how you like the food.
I surely will. I will take pictures and posts. Maybe we'll get somebody. I'll see. Maybe I'll take my husband on a date night. I don't know.
Well, whatever this is look good because they got a picture of something up here. This whatever this is, it look good. It got look at the honey mustard. Is that honey mustard on it?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
It look
Shrimp.
good, though. It look good.
We gonna try it.
Over top of the fries. I'm just saying they got barbecue chicken on here and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, their food looks good. It really looks good. They got dessert and all of that stuff. Red beans and rice. I know that's right.
Yep, I'm ready to eat it all. What is that?
It looks really good. They even got one in they call it Washington. No, they got one in they call that the DC location. No, they got one in Washington, DC.
Do they?
Yeah, they got one in Washington. It says 709 8th Street, Northeast Washington, DC.
So they got one in DC and Columbia. I ain't been to the site. I just shared it.
Yeah, they got one in DC. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I'm going.
All right, so we gonna get them off of here if I fall asleep.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Okay, ladies.
All right, good night, ladies.
Good night.
Don't forget my cookies.
Don't forget her milk
Look
and
at his
cubs.
face. Don't forget my cookies.
He said he won't forget your milk and cubs.
All right, y'all.
Good night.
All right.
Good
Have
night.
a good one. Good night.